Language learning tends to kind of flow in one direction. Know one language, then learn another. A school in Commerce City is trying an approach that has some cross currents. You've got Spanish speakers learning English alongside English speakers learning Spanish. Our Victoria De Leon takes us inside an approach that's rooted in equity.
¿Están listos?
In classroom 21 at Dupont Elementary, learning goes beyond subjects and explores bilingualism
Les voy a dar sus números.
and biculturalism.
Having grown up in this community, I wanted to come back to have representation for the students because, you know, I grew up just like them.
This is Fernanda de Luna's first year teaching a two-way dual language class
Uno más. ¿Cuántos son?
where students learn equally in English
I can pull one of the English books.
and Spanish.
That makes it really easy.
Last year I was teaching in the bilingual program, but it was still one way. So it was students who spoke mostly Spanish.
Our students whose first language was Spanish were coming here. They were learning the fundamentals of reading, writing, and math in Spanish, and then eventually transitioning over to English. And so it was a one-way model.
Principal Brian Clark says at least 60% of their students are already second language learners.
¿Qué número es este?
In August, DuPont became the first school in the Adams 14 district to apply the new learning model.
What we have found here in the northern part of Commerce City is that our community is really interested in this programming, providing bilingual education for their students, and understanding what our communities need is paramount here, and meeting their needs is in an equitable way.
Aside from the academic and cognitive benefits that come with being bilingual,
I think it's important to be able to connect with students culturally and linguistically.
De Luna is most proud of the connections made because of it.
It recognizes who they are and it makes them feel seen within an education system that may have otherwise not recognize them fully for all of their strengths and all of the wonderful things that they are bringing in.
So there are only about a dozen districts in the entire state that offer dual language immersion, but different schools have different models. So Kyle, for some that means learning one language more than the other. But at DuPont, the program is only available for pre-K to kindergarten students. They plan to expand that so that students are fluent in both languages by the time they graduate from the 5th grade.
And their hope is that this is something that not only can be transformational for those kids, but might also be for their district.
Yeah, absolutely. So the principal says they want to eventually move into a model where students can take their state assessments in the language that they're stronger in. He says that would probably be a more equitable approach and could improve their overall assessment scores. Because remember, Commerce City is an area in Colorado where they have a really significant Hispanic Latino population.
Yep, and a district that has been struggling to improve test scores and find ways to best serve that community. Really interesting stuff. Thank you, Victoria.